What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS on a Friday morning. Very excited to get into this one as we once again dive into this brand new Black Sherif album, The Villain I Never Was, with a track that you guys have been very heavily requesting, and I'm excited to get into it today. We are going to hopefully be featuring this one in the mini mix we're going to be putting on later on as well. But this one, Oil in My Head, you guys have been really suggesting we check this one out, and obviously this album so far has been nothing short of spectacular. You guys seem to be loving it as well, so I am very excited to break this one down. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We are hurtling towards 50k subscribers, and if we get there soon, I'm going to be very excited. If we get there at all, I'll be very excited, but I think it's going to happen soon, so please do get involved. Without further ado, let's jump into this one. Let's go. I really like that visualizer already. The flowers appearing at the feet. Sick.
Just a bad man moving bad. All me want is some peace of mind. Roll one then I burn it loud, vibrations happen that. See no evil, I see no man. See no man. See no man. Oil in my head, everything I touch is blessing. All I see is blessings.
So right from the jump, this has a liquefied kind of flavour to it. Again, loving the almost, there's almost kind of like a slight EDM nature to the way this instrumental's built. Really potent, powerful sounding drums right from the jump. These big illuminating chords, and then of course some really powerful bass work going on as well. You get to hear that classic sounding melodic vocal from Black Sherif really sticking out from the beginning as well. I can already see why so many people have requested that we react to this one. It's sounding great.
All I see is blessings, and no man can stop this. Oh Lord, I won't stop for nothing. Victory is near, I'm feeling it, and I stay G with it. I won't stop for nothing. Victory is near, I'm feeling it.
The really cool thing about this is the actual drum rhythm we're hearing is essentially a two-step rhythm. It's just slightly slowed down. I think this is at around 120, 122 BPM. It's around that kind of range. And it's really cool to kind of hear those, again, they're two-step rhythms. They're basically taken from garage. That's the sort of rhythm that's being used here. They've been slowed down and kind of lo-fied up, and then you've got this big kind of calamitous orchestration of synthetic lines going on with the Black Sherif vocal, and you end up with this completely refreshing sounding creation. It's such a cool thing to kind of hear. Again, his vocal melodies absolutely killing it. That's what we're here for, realistically, to hear those vocal melodies. That's what everyone loves about Black Sherif, I think.
And I stay G with it. Man don't stay down when man fall. Get up and come for more. Get up and come for more. Get up. Man don't stay down when man fall. Get up and come for more. Get up and come for more. I get up and come for more. Oil in my head, everything I touch is blessing. All I see is blessing. And no man can stop.
And again, this is like I don't know whether the term oil in my head is like to make things flow, set things on fire. I don't know what the term oil in my head actually means. I'm sure someone will explain it to me in the comments, or it's a lyric I might have missed. But the actual lyricism on this pretty much seems to be about like being positive and saying, look, I'm doing my thing right now, and I'm taking this to the next level. And as it says on the screen right now, no man can stop this. So it's cool to see, because he has one of the most momentous rises that we've seen in recent years globally. This guy is absolutely killing it. And it's so cool to see, because he is literally just approaching everything with this powerful momentum, and you can hear that in this tune, and it's a great representation of that.
Send them away, evil eyes don't watch me, 'cause all I see is blessings, and no man can stop this. Oil in my head, everything I touch is blessing. All I see is blessings, and no man can stop this. Send them away, evil eyes don't watch me, 'cause all I see is blessings.
It's a really nice kind of almost delay imitating overdub, and you can kind of hear this kind of blessings, and you can hear this little version of the vocal appear afterwards, and it does add an extra step to it. It gives it this extra kind of rhythmic pocket, and I think something that Black Sherif is always credited with is his melody. At least I do that enough. I definitely don't credit him enough on his kind of use of pockets and his use of rhythm, because he finds these ways of maneuvering around instrumentals that no one else seems to be able to do, and he does it with such kind of leisure. He does it without sounding like he's he's straining or ever kind of struggling to keep rhythm. Like, he always sounds super, super comfortable and super relaxed. So when you hear it on a tune like this, which is a lot more rhythmic than a typical kind of drill beat, which is where we'd normally hear him, it just shows how versatile the guy is, man. It's crazy. That guitar riff's great as well. I don't know what it is as well. He just delivers this sense of euphoria. You know, it just feels like everything is happening at once. There's this big, mad moment. There's fireworks going off. All this sort of stuff. They're the kind of visual things that pop up for me whenever I hear a Black Sherif tune, especially one like this, which is so kind of uplifting. All the melodies are very major. Everything's just da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's very up. It's always very up. And it works really nicely. Again, that little guitar riff we just heard as well, adding an extra sense of color, an extra sense of direction, storytelling, all these things we love to hear in tunes. It's great.
And no man can stop us. Send them away, evil eyes don't watch me. Cause all I see is blessings. And no man can stop us. Send them all, send them away. Send them away.
I tell you what this reminds me of. I don't know if people have heard the Passaloo album, Send Them to Coventry, but there's a tune on there called Energy, and it's with Mahalia. And that, for me, was such a tune that kind of represented the emotional side of artistry next to the creative side. Like, the majority of this project has been very creative in the way it's been put together. This one feels like the euphoric moment, the emotional moment, the moment where he's able to kind of go, actually, we're doing some good stuff right now. There's a real similarity between this and Passaloo Energy, alongside Mahalia off Welcome to Coventry. Go and listen to that after listening to this and you'll see what I mean. There's a real kind of synergy, both between the tunes and how they kind of sit on the albums as well. Really cool. That was a bit of an abrupt finish. I wasn't expecting that, but there we go. A great tune. I love this visualizer as well with the walking flowers. I've loved how this album has looked visually, from the front cover being slightly lo-fi and the picture being quite grainy to like the animations like this where it's just someone walking and flowers appearing at their feet. I don't know why, but there's something very pleasing about the visuals for this project so far. I've really enjoyed them. But this one, Oil in My Head, very heavily requested by you guys. I definitely enjoyed this one a lot. I love the kind of sense of that two-step rhythm, slightly quicker than the rest of the album from what we've heard so far. And it definitely does kind of give it an almost post-dance floor feel. Very kind of emotional in the orchestration, very euphoric as well. And it's another great example of Black Sherif's versatility. The only issue I had with the album so far was not necessarily a lack of versatility, but a lack of clear kind of different genre styles being covered. But then you hear this and then you compare it to the reggae tune on there, which is Don't Forget Me, I think. You then look at Kwaku and Soldier, which are both very kind of like intricate rap tunes. There is enough variation on this to make it a great album, so that's something that I've really enjoyed. But there we go, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments section down below. As always, let me know what other tracks off the album you are very keen for me to check out. We're going to try and get as many done as we can over the next few days. We're also going to be putting together a mini mix of the album as well. It has to be done. You know, we love to kind of make the most out of albums and really kind of explore them in detail. We'll be putting together a mini mix for it as well, and probably doing a track by track review as well. This is probably one of the biggest albums we're going to review this year on the channel. So let me know what other tracks you'd like me to check out, and of course, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CUBREACTS TV. Stay locked.